What's up, Xbox Mob, Xbox Squad, Xbox Geeks, Xbox Freaks, Xbox Nation, Xbox Tribe, Xbox Goon, Xbox Universe? What's up with it? But we talking about the Steam Deck today, though. What's up with it? Look, for all you Steam Deck lovers, Steam fans. Anyway, let's do this. Got me a nice little article here from The Verge. Oh, we about. See, I like, I like doing this. I like doing this. This is fun for me. Love doing this. Might make a career out of it. I think I found what I was looking for. I love doing this. But anyway, let's get into it for all you Steam Deck lovers. Steam Deck, 50,000 plus games. All right. Listen to the article here. Time for my I had a dream speech. Anyway, says here. Whoops. Did I forget something here? Uh-oh. No, I didn't. Oh, I'm good. All right, let's do this. Stay playing around here. Okay. Valve says supporting the Steam Deck with BattleEye anti-cheat is as easy as an email. Okay. Why are these developers leaving us in limbo? Anyway, it says, we know from the beginning that Valve upcoming $400 Steam Deck handheld wouldn't play every Steam game perfectly out of the box. It runs Windows games on Linux using Proton capability layer, and some of the biggest games on Steam uses anti-cheat software that historically hasn't worked with Proton. But on Friday, Valve revealed that this should no longer be a problem for BattleEye, one of the biggest anti-cheat vendors out there. It says BattleEye on Proton integration has reached a point where all a developer needs to do is reach out BattleEye to enable it for their title. No additional work is required by the developer besides that communication, writes Valve, adding that Mount and Blades 2 Bannerlords, not Borderlands, and Ark Survivals are already up and running. In other words, a single email should be good enough to make some of the biggest unsupported games playable on Steam Deck at a basic level. Though developers will obviously also want to make things gamepad and touchscreen friendly to get Valve official verified checkmark. Yeah, kind of remind me of the Wii U, but anyway. Anyway, touchscreen. Anyway. So what does that mean for the biggest BattleEye games that don't currently run on Steam Deck, including DayZ, PUBG, Rainbow Siege? Will Ubisoft, Krafton, and Bohemia Interactive send those simple emails? It's not looking great. They didn't immediately respond to our request for a comment today, and they declined to comment. And in an underline it says, when we reach out to top Steam developers about the Steam Deck last month. Okay, so got it. Plus the article got a YouTube video in it. Says here, BattleEye isn't alone in supporting Proton on behalf of the Steam Deck. By the way, as we reported in September, Easy Anti-Cheat EAC now supports Linux as well with owner Epic Games announcing that it should take just a few clicks in the Epic Online Service Developer Portal to activate. And then it says here, but for whatever reason, top game developers aren't eager to voice their support. Only 4 out of 15 studios we contacted gave us a yes despite just a few clicks. Promise, and EAC owner Epic Games itself, assumingly, was not among them. Epic would not commit its subsidiary Mediatonic Fall Guy, which uses EAC, to the platform, and previously declined to comment on whether Fortnite, which uses BattleEye, would be available on Steam Deck either. While Sony hasn't committed to supporting the Steam Deck with its burgeoning slate of PC titles, PlayStation exec Shu Yoshida did tweet that Horizon Zero Dawn's run on the Steam Deck. That won't be a surprise to the Proton DB community, which, underline, currently gives Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition a gold rating. Okay, and let's keep going here. And it says here, show some tweets. One tweet shows the it was from the picture that I used, a user showing Horizon Zero Dawn running on the Steam Deck, and then another tweet, someone is playing is playing Detroit Becoming Human on the playing Detroit Becoming Human on the Steam Deck. And then let me continue here. I think this is the end of the article. It says the Steam Deck is currently slated to ship to the first batch of early adopters in December, though many day one buyers won't get their pre-ordered handheld until the first quarter 2022 or later. If you were to reserve one today, Valve suggests you might not get it until after the second quarter of 2022. So, what this article is talking about, in a nutshell, it's saying that the anti-cheat is easy to use, and it's just like using an email, basically, pretty much. But basically, the article also went through that, like the article says that that some developers were on deck about supporting the Steam Deck and others aren't, but not every console launch, you're gonna have every developer on board. Most developers play a wait and see game. Some developers might be on board, and others might be taking their time, or they probably don't have things in order yet. But every handheld and console went through it. So I remember okay, take PlayStation 1. When the PlayStation 1 came out, not everybody was on board with it. Not everybody was on board with it. It wasn't until Squaresoft, when Squaresoft and Nintendo had the falling out over Final Fantasy VII cartridge versus CDs, and when Final Fantasy VII comes to PlayStation, it opened the floodgates. So not every developer is going to be on board when the new hardware comes out. Most of them play a wait and see game. That's what they do. Before they come on board. PlayStation went through it, Nintendo went through it, Sega went through it, Xbox went through it, because when the original Xbox came out, they didn't have Final Fantasy on the original Xbox. They didn't. When Microsoft came out with the original Xbox, not everybody was on board with it. Only a handful of studios, but Microsoft had to prove themselves, prove to the world that they want to be here, that they're taking gaming seriously. Look at them now. So it's the same thing with the Steam Deck. They got to prove to the world that they're serious about, that they're serious about this, that they're not just all cavalier about it or whatever, So every developer goes through this, Some developers gonna be on board with you, others aren't, and as time progresses, some will change their minds, So every developer, hardware developer goes through this, So yeah, Microsoft had to prove themselves, Microsoft had to prove. The original Xbox had to prove, the original Xbox with Halo wasn't no joke. With the first Halo wasn't any joke. And they had to prove themselves, And then when it came to the 360 and PlayStation 3, the PlayStation Network was hacked. So while the PlayStation was down, Microsoft was gaining traction. So yeah, Valve with the Steam Deck gonna have to prove to the gaming community that they're that they're serious about this, you know, because most of the gaming community right now, especially from the Nintendo side, they try to talk about the Switch, but the Steam Deck looks, you know, looks like a serious competitor. So the game industry is the video game industry is an endurance game. You know, is an endurance game. So Valve got to prove that they're serious about being here. You know, Microsoft already proved themselves, and they definitely proved themselves when they came out with that Game Pass. You know, so yeah, Valve is gonna have some hurdles. You know, gonna have some hurdles they got to overcome. So you know, and they got their, like I said before, they got their work cut out for them. But they do got 50,000 games on deck to play already out the gate. So you know, the Steam World Conference now is like a gateway for like developers to to get to know Valve and what they're about and what the Steam Deck is about, and then they can form relations through the Steam World Conference. You know, and not only that, with the Steam World Conference, not every developer is probably not going to be there. You know, but through word of mouth, you know, once the Steam Deck gets gets like people, they learn about the hardware. Once developers share information with each other about the hardware, then Steam is going to start to grow. But Valve got a hill to climb. You know, Sony had to climb that hill to prove themselves. Nintendo had to climb. Sega had to climb the hill. And then they're not in the video game business anymore. You know, Panasonic 3DO did, Atari Jaguar did, TurboGrafx did, Nintendo did, PlayStation did, Xbox did, and now the Steam Deck. So they got a hill to climb. So they got to climb that hill just like everybody else. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box with this article so y'all can look at it for yourself and enjoy the video and share your comments. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Or Dark Side. Go on. Peace.